So this time we're talking about A Man Called Ove, the book by Frederick Bachman, but also the movie called A Man Called Otto.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's kind of like book and movie review with no spoilers because Liz hasn't read the book yet, but she wants to, right?
Yes. Well, I mean, depending on how this review goes,
Touche.
I'm open to it.
Perfect. I think you'll want to read it. I liked it. So this follows a man called Ove, shocker. And oh, here's Kelly. Perfect timing. There. Hello.
You're
Hello.
late.
I know.
5 minutes late. We forget.
I had to reread it because I was like, was I supposed to do this? Was I not?
You just reread the book.
No, I reread the text messages.
Oh, I was like, that was quick. So this time we're talking about a man called Ove. I'm already recording. Why? So watch what you say. And I was just saying the synopsis, so you didn't miss anything. It's about a man called Ove who lives in this community, and he is kind of like the community grouch. He was on the HOA type association. He's kind of a stickler about rules and regulations. He's very old school and thinks everything should be followed to a T. He was married, and it does give like the backstory of his life with his wife and how they met and everything and how they wound up where they were. But she has since passed away. And so it kind of follows his story from being very unhappy and alone and seemingly very angry and harsh on the outside, but underneath, he's actually a very sweet and caring person. So he ends up meeting the new neighbors who move into town, and they kind of disrupt his whole life and spark him to have a lot of new experiences, and to it kind of follows their relationship as it evolves. I don't think I give away any spoilers. No.
No, this is that new Tom Hanks movie, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So Andrea saw that today. Right? Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't know it was like out yet.
Yeah, it's not out. I think it comes out like most places next week, but we went and saw it today in Ankeny. So,
What did you think?
of the movie or the book?
Both. Let's do book rating first. What did you rate the book?
I rated the book a B+.
Why?
So that's pretty high. I really like, this is probably my favorite book by Frederick Bachman. I read two other ones. We read one in book club, and then I read one other one on the side. His characters were always very unique and quirky. I like the main character of this one probably the most of all of his books. I don't know, I like the story. It was kind of humorous too at times, not just like drama. So
it did have a lot of
what else?
comic relief throughout. Like a lot of like the conversations between people were really quite funny.
Yeah. I really liked the story too overall. It was really good.
I
Is
rated
it like a happy story? I'm like scared of sad books, okay? Like I
It's
can't
not
do
a sad
books.
book.
Are
No,
you
it's
sure?
not
Because
sad.
I feel like you hinted to me it was a sad book.
It has sad parts, but it's a happy story.
I laughed a lot during it. But yeah, I mean there are sad parts. It's like any other book, but
Did you
yeah,
use any of your
definitely
cries for the year?
Maybe.
That's a sad book then.
No,
both
No.
cried? You
there's only a couple sad parts that, but the rest of the book is so good.
I would say overall it gave me, it's a feel good book. It gives you like,
Yeah.
You guys lied to me. Bentley
Just
just
read
came
it.
over to like console me.
it's kind of, it's not a sad book. It's not a sad story. It's a
No.
happy story with sad parts.
Yeah.
So it's like It's a Wonderful Life. Everybody's like, it's beautiful. I'm like, that's so sad.
I've never seen that, so I don't know.
No, it's so depressing.
So sad.
Okay, well, not a happy book.
It is a happy book. I will say
Yeah,
that,
Book
like,
to cry.
what's interesting about Frederick Bachman books, in my opinion, is that I never fall in love with any of the characters like I do in other books. I guess that doesn't have like that one character that you really relate to, in my opinion. But I really fall in love with the stories. Like, he's a phenomenal storyteller without you having to like absolutely love and like relate to the main character.
What did you rate it, Madeline?
I rated a B plus too because I would recommend it to people, which I'm recommending it to you. You should both definitely read it. But it's not one that I would read again just because there's so many books out there that I don't think I like necessarily need to read again, but I'd read more by him.
yeah.
A B plus. So now my next question, what did you think of the book compared to the movie, Andrea?
I thought the movie followed the book like really well. There were a couple things that were slightly different, but there were no like large things that were different. Like some movies, they just go a complete opposite way with the general same story, but they really followed the book. And they like captured the humor too that is in the book. I thought they did a really good job. It was one of my more favorite book movie combo things, I would say. There is another movie, since he is a Swedish author, there is a Swedish version. It's not by the same people or anything, but I did see that when I was looking up a different movie
But you didn't
by
watch
this
it
author.
yet? Or you
No.
watched it?
Yeah, we watched the American Tom Hanks version, and it was really good. I really liked it. Corey also liked it. So
Which did you like better, the book or the movie?
they were so close. And usually I always say the book. I'll probably go with the book this time too, just because you find out, when you watch the movie, it doesn't tell you all the like details of like why this person's doing this. It just kind of hopes that you assume it. So that's the reason I would probably go with the book, but they were like 95% to each other. I mean, they were so close. So
That's impressive. I feel like a lot of
yeah.
times that book adaptations are not that good.
Yeah, I thought it did really good. And I've liked the character as much as I did in the book too. So.
I saw the premiere, like the movie trailer before I started reading this book, and I definitely pictured Tom Hanks throughout. Like, I feel like I haven't seen the movie yet, but I feel like he's a great cast toward the lead and like how grumpy but lovable he is.
Yeah, the same. And I saw the trailer first and I was like, oh no, I gotta read this. But plus I've read two of his other books and I just finished one last year by him. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna read this super quick and go to the movie.
So are you two gonna read it?
I don't like crying.
It's one
I
part.
don't like sad stuff. I saw the trailer for the movie and I was like, oh, I think it's related to that book or whatever. But I was like, it seems like something that it's just supposed to be happy, happy, happy. But I'm like, somebody has to die. Seems like one of those where it's like real life stuff. It's like, oh, and then he got sick in his old age and he died. And his poor dog
I
grieved.
mean, the main character is like, it's not
Old.
that he's a young guy. He's not like 40. Like,
Exactly. So I see
I'm
where
not
this is
saying
going.
that he's the one who dies, but or that anyone
But someone dies.
but
Someone has to die. I saw the trailer as in like it was too happy. It was going too well. The characters were all too old and too
What
meaningful.
part is too
to
happy?
society.
He's a grumpy old man. It's like
Yeah.
Dennis the Menace kind of. Like
I know, but he's like helping people, but like reluctantly. I'm like, oh, he's doing too many good deeds. Someone's gonna die.
Guys, I'll
Oh,
read it
yeah.
because you guys recommended it, but I'm be real upset if I cry. So
We're gonna do a follow-up video on if Liz cries or not. So now you
I'll
have
call you
to
while
get-
I'm crying. Okay, I'll
all of our
FaceTime all of you.
59
Like,
Make you
followers are
watch
gonna
her
be
cry.
waiting for
yeah,
this
I'm gonna make you all watch me cry. That's what we're doing.
deal.
Oh god. The
Well,
worst
that's
form of
called
torture.
We recommend it. It's a happy, feel-good book for the most part.
it's humorous
It's
too.
humorous, yeah.
Yeah.
But you'll cry.
But you'll cry.